I had a really positive experience on the graduate programme. I had 3 really different placements, which enabled me to get a real breadth of experience around the business. I started out in marketing, in brand, working on how we communicate with each other and with our customers, making sure that we've got a consistent brand personality. And then I went to work in financial services strategy for my second rotation, which was really interesting, thinking about what post office money wants to be and what it wants to mean to its customers and how we're going to get there. And then my final placement, I worked in the network, implementing a pretty fundamental change in business model. So one of the best things about the graduate scheme was that I got a variety of experience and I got to see lots of different aspects of the business, but also that I had some really tangible levels of responsibility that were given to me throughout my time there. And that really stood me in good stead when I went on to roll off the graduate programme, because I had a whole wealth of experience that I could use on my CV and on my applications to get me into the role that I'm in today, which I'm really pleased with. I think there are lots of benefits to the graduate programme, but if I were to pick 3, I'd pick the real personal attention that you get, not just from your line manager, but from the likes of the people who run the scheme as well. They take a real interest in you. You'll get a buddy who's somebody who is either on the scheme currently or who has been on the scheme in the past and has rolled off, so they can help support you and look after you in any way that they can. And you'll also be given a mentor. So there's a lot of support for graduates on the programme to help them settle into the business, settle into their role and think about their development on the way forward. The second benefit, I'd say, is, like I said before, you get a real variety of experiences and you can work on some really interesting things and get a real breadth of experience on your time in the graduate scheme. And then the third benefit is that you get a lot of extra support to develop your CV as well. So I was given the opportunity to do an additional qualification to round out my CV so I could get leadership, management and project management skills on my CV as well. I really love working at Post Office for the people who are here. It's got such a great culture, everybody's really supportive, and I've made a lot of genuine friends here, which makes coming to work really enjoyable. Post Office is a great place as well because although we're a nationwide brand and quite a big business, the office feels really like a family. So you know everybody round about, say hi to them, you know their face and their names and maybe a bit about them outside of work. And it's really great that we've managed to keep that kind of close-knit feel, even though we're a business the size that we are. I've been privileged enough to work on some really interesting bits and pieces, both while I was on the graduate scheme and afterwards. So I've had a real breadth of experience, which I've both really enjoyed and I'd like to think has really bolstered my CV. So in the next 12 months, I'm really looking forward to getting to grips with the role that I'm in now. I was really lucky that I got a role in financial services strategy and strategic implementation. So looking at, we've got an overarching strategy and we've got our everyday business as usual, and how we're going to get from one to the other and how we're going to drive that change. So I find that really interesting to work in because it brings me into contact with a lot of different areas, all the different product teams, risk and legal and compliance and all of these areas. And it means that I can help shape what post office money is for the future, which I find really exciting. The graduate scheme really helped me to figure out what it was that I wanted to do when I finished, because if you'd said to me at the outset, oh, you'll take a job in financial services, I honestly would have laughed. But actually I find it really exciting because I think it's one of the growth areas of the business, and it is going to be what helps take post office into the future and helps us to support our fantastic network of branches out there. Aside from the role that I'm doing at the minute, I've also been given the opportunity to work on an MBA, which I'm really excited about, so I hope to be starting that soon. And so that's just another way in which the business is helping support its graduates and then even people who have finished the graduate programme to develop their skills and round out their CV.